Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to do a Wise roster import. So you can just import all your students directly into the app and you won't need to manually enter them in. You actually won't even have to create your courses or your classes in the organizer. This will do all that for you. You won't have to have your kids fill out the bubble name sheets or anything like that. All those other methods will still work if you want to do that just for a couple kids. But this is really fast if you want to import all of your rosters in the beginning of the year. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go into your Wise app, and under the store section you're going to go down to import students sheet, and you're going to go ahead and email that to yourself and open that email, and what you're going to get is this right here. So this is opened in Excel. And what you're going to see is this right here. This information right here is in the email itself. I just copied it and pasted it into the Excel document so we can sort of look at that together, just to kind of make sure that we're all clear about what you're doing here. I went ahead and expanded these rows a little bit so that we could read all the information there, so you may want to do that. And this is all just sample information, so before you even do anything you're going to want to delete all this out. So this is just to sort of show you how you'll enter this in. Okay. So notice it says, note that the first 4 students are taking the same course. Okay, so they're all taking English 101, so that's my course ID. You can choose any course ID you want. But they're in different class periods. So for example, these first 2 are in first period English, but these 2 are in second period English. So notice that the class ID is different. Okay, so you want to make sure that all the kids that are in that class have a class ID of 100, and then all the kids, that class name is right here. And then all the students that are in your other class have a different class ID. Okay, and if you're not sure how to do the class ID right here, or the class name, you can just do, enter in a couple of them, class ID for your first few students. So what I would do is import all your student name and IDs here into these first 2 columns. Make sure you leave the top alone. So import your name and IDs. These will probably all be blank. And then in your class ID, you'll enter your class ID for the first couple students. And then what I would do is just select the 2 that you want to start copying and just copy it down for however many rows for whichever kids are in there. So you'll have, 25 kids with class ID 100 and first period English, and that'll be your first period class. And they'll all say, English 101 or whatever that class is. So anyway, it says once all the student information has been entered, okay, so once you've got all your student IDs and all your student names, they have to go last comma first like that. You got your class IDs for all your students, your class names, and then your course IDs. Again, this is all stuff that you can choose. Just all you want to do is just make sure that it's consistent. Okay, all the kids taking English 101, you want to put English 101 for the course ID, but then if they're taking a different class, then make sure that these are different. Okay? So once all that information is entered, what you want to do is save this file, okay, and then email this CSV to yourself. So just put it in an attachment, okay, and email it to yourself. Okay? So I'm going to go to my phone now and show you kind of what that'll look like once you've emailed this to yourself. Alright, so I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties getting my phone to AirPlay onto my app, so I'm just going to show you guys a couple pictures. But I did want to mention one other thing. Make sure when you import these that this top row, the student ID, student name, class ID, all that stuff needs to stay the same. Okay, you can delete all of this stuff out in order to bring back in order to import all your information, but just make sure you leave the other things alone. So I'm going to show you kind of what this will look like. Once you open it up on your email, it should just look something like this. So basically you'll send yourself the file. In that email you'll have the CSV, and you can title it however you want. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to tap and hold onto this. Okay, so you're going to tap and hold onto the CSV file, and then what you should see is that a little menu will come up like this, and it's going to allow you to open in Wise. And so you're going to click that, and then what you're going to do is it's going to bring you over to your Wise app, and it's going to say import was completed successfully, how many courses you did, how many classes, and the number of students. And you may even have up to 100 or 200 students, multiple classes, multiple courses. So then at that point you can click OK. You can go down here and look at your organizer. and just sort of make sure all your kids look good, all your classes look good, and your student information and stuff like that. But at that point, you're basically ready to go. You don't need to create your classes or your courses in the app. It already has them in there now. So basically, all you need to do is just start. If you want to do a test, generate your key and scan the key and then start scanning and grading the test to get all the information. So if you guys have any more questions, please feel free to email us. And if you like the app, please leave us a good review on the App Store. Thank you.